What's up, YouTube? This is CJ.
And Sarah.
And we were tagged by Nona Grace, and we wanted to go ahead and respond to the tag. All right, so we got 20 questions, or maybe it's 19 questions. We just had a big debate about that.
The 20th question is a reiteration of a previous question.
All right, so let's get this rolling. So first question is, when did you make the decision to make a change in your life? I'm assuming they're talking about related to keto.
Yeah, what convinced you to start keto, try keto?
You want to start?
Sure, because I think I made a decision to start keto, and then you started keto after I did because you saw how I felt.
Yeah, well, what made you make the decision to do?
We've talked about this before. It was September of 2016. And my mother had just successfully had her cancer go into remission, and she used several alternative therapies, but the ketogenic lifestyle and intermittent fasting was part of the protocol that she used. So she had to have surgery because her cancer was a giant tumor on her scalp. So she still had to have surgery, but she didn't have to have any kind of chemotherapy or radiation. It was strictly diet. So I saw the positive effects of keto for disease. And of course I was quite overweight, and I thought, well, it couldn't hurt. So I gave it a try, and I never looked back. I haven't looked back.
Oh, see, I always thought it had to do with that picture that I took of you.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that losing weight was definitely a catalyst.
But the health benefits,
right.
Because
that's why I chose the ketogenic diet.
Because you saw firsthand
how it worked,
health benefits from your mom.
I knew I wanted to lose weight after seeing some of the photographs that you had taken of me that summer.
Yeah. But
I didn't necessarily know what diet I was going to choose, and then I decided that I would try keto. Yeah.
So, and then I made the decision. Really, my decision was just to join you.
Yeah.
As far
about
as keto,
4 months later.
As far as keto goes,
right.
Because I was already trying to lose weight.
You were already seeing a dietitian and
and I
calculating your food.
I have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and
you were on a statin.
So yeah, I was on a statin. I was on metformin. My A1C numbers were bad and all that stuff. So anyway, I joined you. So it just made things, from my perspective, it made things easier because I was over here all the time. Anyway.
Right, and I had started to lose weight at that point.
Yeah.
You know, because it was about 4 months later when you joined me.
All right, so number 2, what food triggered you before keto? I don't know. I used to like donuts. I used to like sweets. I don't know if I can't, to be honest, it's been so long since I've had any of those foods, I can't remember. I really can't remember what, right now I might get tempted when I see, it's weird, I get tempted with like potato chips. And when I say I get tempted, I mean they just really look good for some reason. I don't know why. I agree.
I was a cracker chip girl.
Yeah, I don't know
where
why,
I could sit down with just the box or the bag, and that was my thing. Sugar has never been super exciting for me. It's never been like a real red light food for me. It's definitely the more snacky things that I really liked.
Yeah, but I used to enjoy a good glazed donut or with a cup of coffee. I used to enjoy that. Yeah. So, but again, it's been so long, I don't even hardly remember the answer to that question. Number 3, were you an emotional / comfort or binge eater before keto? I think a lot of people are emotional, comfort.
I think
eater.
more.
I wasn't a binge eater.
No, for myself, I was more an occasional eater. Like, food was an occasion. Like, something good happened, it was time for food. Something rough happened, it was time for food. So I guess you could call that an emotional eater.
Yeah. Yeah,
both happy and sad things.
I probably ate more when I was dealing with stress than anything else. I know I dealt with depression for a long time, and so I don't know what came first. I don't know the eating was because of the depression or vice versa. But anyway, I probably was more of a emotional
stress eater.
Maybe a stress eater.
Okay.
So, number 4, what stores do you like to shop at for groceries? Well, I guess the answer is going to be different for everybody because it depends on where you live. So
regionally,
we live in Washington State, not Washington D.C.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on the West Coast. That's a geography lesson for some of you
even
guys.
Though you're from Washington D.C.
Although
you can't get away from Washington.
I'm from Washington D.C.
We like Trader Joe's. We like Whole Foods.
We like Trader Joe's.
We like Costco.
We like Whole Foods. We like Costco.
I shop at Grocery Outlet.
Right, and I think they have those all over.
Mm-hmm.
Grocery outlets are all over. And
we have
I like shopping at Walmart.
Yeah,
it's fine.
We have a SARS Super Saver. They're they have a lot of international foods.
Mm-hmm.
Their produce is really good, lots of variety, and they also have a lot of meat. And because they cater to, we're kind of a melting pot here where we're at, close to the Seattle area. So we have Pacific Islanders, we have Ukrainians, we have all different kinds of Asian ethnicities. So this international grocery store caters to all that. So you can find some really interesting meats. You can find like chicken feet and pig snout. You can find pretty much anything that you want. So, yeah.
That's true.
I like shopping there because their meat is really fresh and it's quite inexpensive. Bye, Isaiah.
Bye. Sorry.
Love you.
That's all right. Do you think keto is expensive? I don't know. I don't think it's expensive per se. I think it's different.
All groceries are expensive.
I don't know if it's any more expensive than when I was eating just a regular standard American diet. But but I will say that it's different from the standpoint of there's still not a lot of just quick stuff that that I can just go buy if I want to make, So it's just different. I don't.
Well, I don't know a box of macaroni and cheese is 99 cents. Ramen noodles are 33 cents.
Exactly.
Yes, it can be more costly, but on the other hand, you don't eat as much. Mm-hmm. You get full. A lot of times there's leftovers, so you're able to get more meals out of what you do buy.
Yeah, that's true because a lot of times I can go weeks without having to eat out for lunch.
Right.
Because we have leftovers from dinner.
I think one of the more difficult parts for me anyway is with the produce. Sometimes you have to buy produce like every other day. Mm-hmm. You can't just go to the grocery store and stockpile the produce because it's just because of the very nature of its freshness, it doesn't keep. So it's not like a lot of your processed foods that maybe you were used to eating before.
No, I do like that big bag of salad we got tonight.
That was good.
From Costco.
It was like a kale blend. I think I saw Brussels sprouts in there, unless I was imagining.
There were Brussels sprouts in there.
So it was really good.
Actually, I kind of liked that.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big bag for like $5. So we actually might start incorporating that a little bit more. But I don't think it's necessarily. I guess it can be a little bit more expensive just because it's different types of foods, but I think it all kind of balances out. I haven't noticed that I'm spending that much more money than I was spending before. No. And we still have kids, so we're still buying. So we're still buying some of the carbiest, garbage stuff. We are. So. Although I do find that my choices are swayed a lot more, even though it's still a transition for me getting my children to eat ketogenically. Yeah. But it does sway my choices as far as what I buy them and what I steer them towards as far as snacking and eating. Yeah. Question: what are some of your favorite keto foods? Now, okay, this is just really made for us because we have a food-related channel. So I'll just start. My favorite keto food, and all of these, by the way, are available on our channel and on cjsketokitchen.com, which is a blog if you didn't know that. But sorry for that shameless pitch. My favorite dish that we make is chili hot dog casserole. That one's really good. Thing. I really like the chicken enchilada. I like the chicken enchilada.
The taco cups.
Yeah, taco cups. That's good.
I liked the tetrazzini.
Tetrazzini is good. Was good. Yeah, tetrazzini was good. But I think I like the hot dog chili casserole.
Every time I make it, I say, honey, I'm making your favorite dish. And he's like, this is my favorite dish. And then as soon as he eats it, he's like, this is my favorite dish.
Yeah. And then, well, you make a lot of good dishes.
Well, thank you.
And some of my favorite keto foods.
And what about your favorite, just, everyday foods, if we're not going to talk about our favorite keto recipes?
Oh, well.
Steak?
Yeah, steak.
Rotisserie chicken.
I like steak. I like pork chops. I eat a lot of pork chops.
Roasted Brussels sprouts.
Roasted Brussels sprouts.
Pickled asparagus.
Well,
that's mine.
Yeah,
I'm talking about me.
That's you. But I like asparagus, but as far as meats, I think my meat choices when we're not eating something from a recipe is just pretty basic. Rotisserie chicken.
I really like beef.
Yeah, steak. What kind of steak do we buy? Like ribeye or something?
I try to buy ribeye just because it's the fattiest,
fattier
juiciest cut
of steak. And so,
exercised while doing keto, and if so, when did you start and at what weight?
I have exercised off and on doing keto.
Same with me.
In fact, I probably was exercising more before I started keto than I have since I've been on keto. And at what weight? I don't even remember.
I'm not a weight calculator person.
Well, no, I could
You
remember weight, but I actually think I was exercising more before. And I'm sorry if I keep looking down because I'm trying to read. We're reading what the questions are, but I think I was probably exercising more before I started keto, but probably some of that had to do with we also weren't making videos,
right?
And so that, still trying to figure out how to work all that stuff in. So it's been off and on, and I've lost 70 pounds, and so I've done it in between.
Right.
Because I think exercise is important.
Not even just from a calories in, calories out standpoint.
No, and it really has nothing to do with keto at all.
Yeah.
I just think exercise.
It's good for your heart rate. It's good for your metabolic rate.
And so
osteoporosis prevention.
Yeah. So
mental clarity, all kinds of things.
One of the things I'm going to try to start doing is what's it called, a rebounder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
that's one of my favorite forms of exercise.
So I'm gonna try to start incorporating that a little bit more. So. Clothing styles changed since you started keto. Mine have not. They've gotten smaller. My clothes have gotten.
You still dress the same. You still
I
like
still
the same.
dress the same. Of course, my clothes have gotten. A lot of my clothes have gotten way too big, and we're both experiencing.
And one of the coming questions is going to ask you about how many clothing.
But as far as styles, I'm not wearing anything. I haven't got to the point where I can wear like a shirt with my buttons all open. And
I talked about this in the Fat Ice Keto Conversation, and yes, my clothing styles have changed, or I've been trying to change some of my styles simply because I noticed that I had a lot of garments that weren't flattering to my current size, my current body shape, because my body shape has changed a lot in the last year and a half with the keto diet. Like I said, I've lost a significant amount of weight before, but my body composition is completely different now than it's ever been in my life. So yes, I have had to change. And also, I'm trying really hard to be confident enough to embrace some styles that I've never worn before, like shorts. So, yeah.
All right, number 9. How has keto improved your health other than weight loss? So, again, I mentioned this earlier. When I started, I was on metformin and I was on a statin. My A1C numbers were terrible, and because of the weight loss, I've gotten off all those things, and my health has dramatically improved. You've claimed, and well, it's true, my eyesight even got better.
Yep, your eyesight. His eyesight actually got better by almost 1.5 points.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have even noticed that, but I mean, I knew my prescription changed, but you actually noticed that more than I did.
Yep.
So that's my answer to that. What about you?
I definitely think that my health has improved a lot. I was never pre-diabetic. I've always had extremely low blood pressure. I've never really had any consistent health problems. So I continue not to have any health problems at this point. I have noticed though, I have a very physical job, and a lot of times at the end of my shift, I would have a lot of foot pain, like plantar fasciitis, which is the over tightening of the muscle in between the ball of your foot and the front of your foot. And it can be very, very painful, and that's gone. I don't have any foot pain at all. And yeah, my knees don't hurt. There's no inflammation. So even though I have a physical job and I walk a lot, I get at least 10,000 steps a day in the job that I do. I don't have any actual physical body pain, like leg pain or foot pain, knee pain, none of that. Yeah. And I'm sure a part of that, of course, is, losing 70 pounds. Mm-hmm. You take all of that off your joints, but I'm sure a large part of it is also the lowering of your inflammation because of this lifestyle.
And I noticed today, I was doing something really simple, and I noticed that now I've always been super stiff, like almost like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz. I've always been that stiff, but
we've had a lot of yoga jokes.
But I did notice today that I actually seem like I'm a little bit more flexible, and like you said, I'm not having as many pains as I used to have. I used to have pains in my joints.
You used to have really bad hip pain.
I used to have hip pains, and
genetically you have some arthritis issues that you have to be aware of, and I think that you're probably helping yourself in that regard too.
Yeah, I don't think that's as bad as it was before either.
Describe how keto makes you feel.
Keto makes me feel great. Although I'm not sure if it's keto that makes me feel great. I guess I can say keto makes me feel great. I feel great that we found something that we can
continue to do.
That we can continue
I don't feel like
I
have an end date or
so
this is just my life now. This is just the way I eat.
So that's a great feeling.
Yeah.
And then I have a great feeling because we can be part of a community on YouTube that helps spread the message about keto.
Right.
And so I guess keto makes me feel great. Maybe I should get a shirt that says
okay.
Keto makes me feel great. Yeah.
Do you feel had to give up anything for this lifestyle? Is question 11.
Not really. I mean, I've had to change.
I think probably it corresponds with one of the questions that we had earlier. Sometimes you have to get a convenience. Sometimes keto is not overly convenient.
No, sometimes. Sometimes I'm actually complaining about.
Yeah.
It's like,
sometimes
shit, I can't go out and get.
You have to think more. I'm not saying it's not convenient, but you have to think more. Like, you just can't go through, say, like the McDonald's drive-through and get just, like an Egg McMuffin. You'd have to say, I need an Egg McMuffin and I need the cheese on the side, and then you'd have to take off the muffins and you mush it between the cheese, and it's just, you have to think a little bit more about maybe your choices and what you can do to make sure that you're staying keto. So sometimes there can be that little bit of lack of convenience.
Yeah, but after time, well, even like with that example you just gave, though, I mean.
Right. So I'm talking about initially something that you had to give
so,
up.
I don't know. I mean, we talk about
it's
this.
It's all relative, though.
Yeah, we talk about this sometimes. Like, I don't even remember what a potato tastes like.
This question really sounds like first world problems.
I don't even know. I don't remember what a potato tastes like. It seems like a couple of months ago.
Bland. It's really bland.
I ate a tiny bit of a French fry that my daughter had from McDonald's, and it didn't taste like anything. And
it's tasteless.
It's kind of like that thing from the Matrix, where they're eating the porridge, and it's like, well, how do you know what?
Right.
How do we know what crispy wheat tastes like?
Exactly.
Is it because of the Matrix? They tell us what it tastes like?
Well, and a lot of carby foods like pasta are just vehicles for yummy sauces. We'll just skip the vehicle and eat the yummy sauce.
So I don't know. I don't know. I think we're kind of radical about keto too. So
Maybe.
yeah, So
As far as like desserts and things like that, having to give up, there's really not much you can't create and keto-fy.
Yeah, I just answered something on YouTube. Not YouTube, Twitter about that, and yeah, with the things that we know and the variety that we've seen, it's like we really aren't. I don't feel deprived or anything. I don't feel like I'm just really missing anything. Sure, I can appreciate good looking food.
Right.
I can see if I see like a cinnamon roll or something at work that I can appreciate that those foods look good and
smells good
and they look tasty. But I can just walk by them and
I think part of that is because you don't have a real strong sugar craving anymore. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's a little easier to pass things up than maybe it would have been years ago.
Yeah, that's a good point. Where are we at?
What are your goals?
Related to keto? I'm assuming that's what they're saying?
That's what these 20 questions are about.
My initial goal was to lose 100 pounds. My goal now is not so much to lose 100 pounds, but to probably lose 2 more pant sizes. And I think if I lose 2 more pant sizes, then I will kind of move to the next phase of keto for me personally. So that's my goal.
Yeah, mine is fairly similar. I have a bit more adipose tissue I would like to remove from the midsection of my body, but nothing extreme.
That's a big word.
I know, because I'm trying not to use the F word anymore.
Oh,
because the F word is actually good.
That's right.
So when you're trying to remove this stored energy from your body,
that's a good point,
need to be using more positive words.
Call it, you need to keep being negative about it. What did you say?
Stored energy.
Stored
and adipose tissue.
Adipose tissue. Wow, look at that. Wow, you're just dropping knowledge all the time. But I lost where we are at. 13. Have you gained more confidence while doing keto? I don't know. I've gained. I don't know. See, but again, I don't know if it's because of keto or I've gained more confidence because, probably because we found something that works and that we're excited about it and we're excited about the results that we've seen from it. So yes, I guess I would kind of say I have grown as a person because of keto or since being on keto. And so I guess the answer could be yes.
Yes, I agree. Support have you had?
Well, you've been a big support.
And I feel the same way about you.
Yeah, you've been a big support.
I'm very grateful that we're able to do this lifestyle as a couple, and then I'm not having to do this all by myself.
Yeah,
I would, but it's much nicer to not have to.
Yeah, and I agree. It is.
And that kind of goes along with the next question is, does your family do keto with you? So, you're my family. Yes, you do keto with me. I am working on my children every day, and it's harder. Because, kids, but yeah. And my extended family, most of my extended family, even if they aren't practicing keto all the time, they realize the benefits of keto, and so they're always supportive of my choices as far as this lifestyle. So that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
I don't really have any naysayers in my family, so that's helpful, very helpful.
Yeah, and we feel and understand how difficult it is when you don't have support. But,
and that's why hopefully you can consider us as part of your family, as in some way that we can help support you if you are in your immediate family and trying to do the keto lifestyle by yourself, or if you live alone. Hopefully as a community on YouTube we can support each other and have that family-like feeling so that you feel supported.
Right. Exactly.
Number
16. How many sizes in clothes have you gone down?
I'll let you calculate.
I have to do the math. I need to get a calculator out.
I started at a size 22, and now I'm an 8, so I've gone down 7 sizes. So that's a lot of sizes.
Started at a size 46, and now I'm down to 38, 36, depending on how the pants are made. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's what we've done. Going to continue keto once you hit your goal. Yeah.
Yes. I have no plans to discontinue this lifestyle.
Well, yeah, why would we? Why wouldn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we've already said, we don't feel deprived. We don't feel like we're missing anything. Yeah, so I have no plans of not doing keto. We have talked about, and maybe I said this, that maybe I would add some blueberries every once in a while, or some kind of lower carb fruit, because I don't really eat a lot.
Go more towards the paleo side of low carb at times, or just kind of shake up what you do. Yeah, but as far as completely getting off of keto, nah, it ain't in the cards. Not gonna happen. So, plan or track. I guess I will say that I track from time to time. I've gotten out of the habit of tracking every day. And do we meal plan? No, we're not. We're fly by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, we are.
Ketonians.
Although I do love watching videos and channels where they do these meal prep videos. I think it's cool.
I find the preparation of food extremely interesting.
Yeah,
whether or not I do it or not.
I find it cool. Now, just a little side note, before I did keto a long time ago, I actually used to do meal prep. I used to prep food for at least 3 to 4 days for the week.
And FYI, he's extremely attached to his containers. Just so you
know. What? Oh, I have some food containers that...
Like, serious love.
Stop. Anyway, I have let those go a little bit.
Okay.
I have let those go a little bit.
Umbilical cord.
But I do track every lid and every.
Yes, he really likes those containers.
So that was now we're down to number 20.
Mm-hmm. Which was the repeat question.
What's your favorite?
That we talked about at the beginning of the video.
What's your favorite keto food?
Once again, what's your favorite keto? Bacon's really good. Butter. If somebody said you had to have one ketogenic food for the rest of your life, I would probably pick butter.
You would pick butter?
Mm-hmm. I mean, not like eating a stick of butter, but if somebody said what would be like one ketogenic food that you could use to fill in the rest of your diet, what would you pick? And I would probably say butter. Because you could put butter on meat, you could put butter on vegetables, I like butter.
I'd say bacon. Because you can put bacon...
On everything.
On everything. Bacon goes with everything.
They even put bacon on donuts. So you're right.
Right. Yeah. So I would go with bacon. So anyway, that's our 20 questions. I have no idea who we're going to tag next for this. But we wanted to make sure that we will figure out who we're going to tag. But, just kind of looking at everything, a lot of people have tagged all the same people that we might have.
So we might be the end of the road.
I don't know. I mean, I've got to watch and look and see who people have tagged and who they haven't tagged and go from there. But we wanted to make sure that we participated, and we wanted to thank Nona for the tag. So anyway, we jibber jabbered enough for tonight, and thanks for watching. CJ's Keto Kitchen.
See you next time.
Yeah, see you. Bye-bye. I can't. We're going to have to get up.
Can't stop the feeling.